thing that you can try to do to prevent those idiots from undercutting you when you're trying to make a right-hand turn? Yes, I've had it happen to me quite a many a time, and I've destroyed numerous people's vehicles. Whether I saw them there and said, fuck you anyway, or whether or not I didn't even see them at all. But my dash camera, make sure you got one of those, my dash camera was able to see these idiots and the crimes that they had committed. But anyway, I've never been found at fault. Some of the tips and tricks that I've come along the way could end up helping you to avoid that situation. When you're approaching one of these turns, if it's 3-lane, 2-lane, 1-lane, whatever it is, if it's 1 lane, try to hug that left side so that you can make that right turn. You want to try to do your jug handle before the intersection or at the beginning of the intersection. A lot of people tell you if this is the way that you're trying to turn on this road, they want you coming up here and then they want you to jug handle. I try to jug handle first and then come over. For whatever reason, other people will tell you to do it a different way. It really depends on the situation that you're in at the time, whether or not there's a turn lane there, whether or not there's an idiot there that you need to try to maneuver around, or if you don't have enough room, you just sit right here and wait for that idiot to back up so that you can get through there. Don't rely on that method, because 99% of four-wheelers are those guys. I've pretty much just come to the understanding that everybody's like that. So when you're approaching these situations, try to make it so that you're not relying on anybody else in the equation. You hold all the cards. You have the ability as the professional driver. You can dictate the situation. So what I like to do, if there's an open right lane, I try to get into it a little bit. Make sure that that trailer's behind you. Keep checking the mirrors. Make sure no morons are trying to pass you on the right or the left. Make sure nobody's there. If you have to, when you come up to that intersection and you think these idiots are going to try taking this lane, if you've got turn lane only over here and you got straight lane over here and you're trying to turn, make sure you're taking both lanes. Drive into that sucker, swerving back and forth. Let them know, hey, I'm going to take your ass out if you try to take either one of these lanes, because I'm going to need them both to make this turn. So as long as you prevent them from getting into either one, you are dictating the situation. You are in control. No unknown variables can jump up and ruin your day as long as you prevent them. So, if it's a right lane and you got the opportunity to pull into it, get that trailer in that lane. Now the trailer is blocking that lane. What I do at the very end of it is I pull into the straight lane with the truck. When you do this, you are preventing any cars from behind you from getting in your way so that you can do that jug handle before going into that lane that you're trying to turn into. The majority of trucks that I've driven don't have a tight enough turning radius to get through that intersection, then do your jug handle and get past this idiot that's sitting right here in the turn lane so that he can come this way. So I've never found that I was in a truck that was tight enough to get past that guy. So as long as I can come over this way first and then come this way, I found that that's the best way to do it. If it's a situation where it's just a straight lane, again, hug that left side, get over here. These idiots want to try to undercut you, they're ruining their own day, man, because that truck's not going to know that I've had axles break and I've just drugged them suckers down the road and you don't even notice unless you check those mirrors like, oh shit, where'd all that smoke come from? It's going to be the same thing with that dude's Prius. So you're going to be dragging him for a while before you realize you ran him over. Again, don't let those idiots ruin your day. Prevent them, do that swerving thing, try to get that trailer over onto the right side and then get that truck over to the left side. If it's just one lane even, just you dictate the pace. If you're making left turns, those are easy. You go all the way through the intersection, then you cut over. Simple. The only thing you got to watch out, again, watch out for those guys coming this way who are trying to turn and want to run that red light right in front of you. So that's really the only thing you have to watch out for, a left turn. But the right turn is the problem because if you have an open right lane, take that lane, wait for these idiots, as you'll see right here. So, wait on these fucking idiots. Come on, you morons. I'm gonna take that left lane so I can make a right turn. Come on. Get out of my way. Typical Washington. Come on now. There you go, you morons. Now I'm going this way. Come on. Wait for those idiots to get out of the way. Then you can get back into that left lane while the trailer is blocking the right lane. Then you can do your jug handle before the intersection and then start going on your way. So, those are some tips that I have for you if you're trying to make a right turn. Left turns are easy. It's them right turns that are the pain in the ass, especially with all these morons around you. Watch out for those guys. As long as you dictate the pace, as long as you control their actions for them, you don't have to worry about them.